For decades, the digital analytics were built around the click of a web page destination. Today, a massive portion of your customers even don't land on your website, and they use AI engines before they touch any page at your digital experience channel. If your brand is invisible or mischaracterized inside LLMs like ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, you are losing online presence and you cannot even see it. Let's look at how Sitecore Scrunch changes this reality. Scrunch measures the presence of your organization online through different digital large language models or generative AI channels like ChatGPT or Perplexity, and it gives you visibility of high-value industry topics that you should be mentioning or your users and expected prospects are looking for or asking about. For example, imagine your boardroom got a question like your customers usually ask about water consumption or my meter updates. So you can go and check that prompt, and Scrunch here lets you go and check the activities of such prompt and all the variants of that prompt into different large language model, for example, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, or Copilot, etc. So you can click on any of these variants and see how it's performing separately. And as you see here, like the answer itself, although it's not coming from your website or your digital channel might be still referenced or cited in that answer. So there are both GAO or SEO work to be done or improved here, but still that's a good signage that you are the final authoritative voice in that message. For example, my other resources might not be citing your website at all, which might be something that we need to address. For example, here on Copilot, you'd see that all the answers are coming from third parties, which might not be an issue if things are right. If in the future you change that data or you frequently update your website with data, that means that you need to increase your authoritative voice. So ChatGPT or the other large language models make sure they are grabbing information from your website. And to get a complete view of that vision, you might use the citation capability to understand how your website is ranking against benchmarks and other third parties versus keywords or prompts you think your users are interested in. I think that you can drill down deep to the page level and see which sources are feeling the most important prompts that you are looking for. So you can prioritize these pieces of content versus other areas that might be either outdated or got some name changes or content optimization lifecycle that need to be done. You can also check the other third parties or other websites and what are the keywords and other topics that they show up when your questions are asked in certain large language models. And this might be a good thing if they are referencing your website at the end of the day. So you still being mentioned and you make sure that this information still in a way coming from your legitimate and updated sites. Otherwise, you can either again work on the content optimization piece and prioritize the parts that you think providing more value for the users and the question owners. So that was a quick overview of Scrunch and how it can, in the era of large language model search, give you a visibility of how your brand and keywords of your users and more importantly, the content that you want to communicate with your users and prospects in the right way, in the right channels, making sure what is performing, what it needs more optimization or reviews. And then we can work on like content modeling the plans to fix and update these. Anyway, it was great to speak with you today. And if you have any questions, please send them back to me and I'll be always happy to speak with you. And whether you're watching on a weekend or it's a working day, have a nice rest of your day. Enjoy, and I hope to speak with you soon.